Okay, Joe, and I'm going to show you the inside of this and how the controls work on it. First thing, when you come into the doorway here, you're going to see a little switch down here that says on off. It has a little battery symbol. And what that is, that's to turn the, essentially to turn the power on into the back part of the motorhome here. So what you'll do is you'll turn this on, just like so. And then as you step up, there's a screen here that says Lippert Components. This will take just a second to cycle, but this is how you're going to control things. We'll see when this comes up here. Give it just a second. But this is how you control things like the awning, the slide out, the lights, the generator is all controlled right through this panel here. So first thing to do is just make sure that's on down there, and then what it will do is it'll allow you to run everything on the inside here. So we've got, right now, we've got the generator we got the lights we can do. So let's turn the lights on. There's individual lights. You can see if you want the kitchen on, you want the living room, or if you just want them all on, you can just click them all on, or you can turn them all off. To go back, there's just an arrow. This is all touch screen. It'll go back. Monitor panel. So I was telling you earlier about the contents of the tanks. Your black tank empty, fresh tank empty, gray tank empty, propane at 88%. Over here, your electric hot water heater, gas hot water heater, depending what you want to do. If you're at a park and you're plugged into electric, go ahead and use the electric hot water heater, then you don't have to use your propane. Propane will get it done, will heat the water up faster, but then again, you're using your propane. So you can choose between that. Water pump, again, if we filled our fresh water tank on the outside and we're not at a site that has a hose to use water, go ahead and use the water pump. And then the tank heater. So let's say you're traveling and you're getting into freezing weather. You'll want to just turn that on, and it's basically a heat pad that will keep that water tank from getting too cold and freezing. And then generator right here. This is actually really cool. So to start it, you just hit start. It's going to prime itself, and then it will start itself. Pretty slick deal. So we'll wait for that to happen in just a second here. And started right up. So it's showing it's running, and then basically it's going to take about a minute, maybe 2 minutes for this to for the generator to kind of warm itself up, get up to the power it needs to, and then the coach will kick over to the generator there. Obviously, when you're not plugged in, we're plugged into power right now. If we weren't plugged into power, there'd be just a little bit of a delay. You want to know, well, how do I know if the generator's on? Well, the microwave will come on. That's pretty much the easiest way to tell, because anything you plug into an outlet will all of a sudden have power to it. To turn this off, just simply hit the stop button, and it is that easy. So a couple other things that this will operate here, but what we have to do is we have to have the coach running. So what we'll do is we'll come up here, we'll turn the coach on, just start it up, and then also down you have the emergency brake. Now you want to make sure the emergency brake is on, because if it's not on, it's not going to let you do a couple things like level the system or do the auto leveling system. And you can see back to the panel here, we've got a awning option now, and then slides. So what we're going to do is we have the slide in right here, slide in, slide out. We're just going to bring this slide out right now. So we just keep our finger on it, and then the slide out will go all the way out on its own. There we go. and when it's done going out, it's just going to stop. Now we've got the slide out all the way out, just for the sake of, I don't really need anything else going, so I'm just going to turn this off. But while we're up in the cab, everything's pretty normal as far as a regular vehicle. You have all your heating and cooling options right there. This guy right here, that is your electric brake control. So if you hook a trailer up, you can go ahead, and this is actually really cool. When you plug it in, then you can go ahead and it says hit any key to continue. Right now it's saying no trailer connected, but it will give you different options right on here. What type of brakes it is, the display brake type, so it'll actually walk you through that. Otherwise, you can go right online, and there are YouTube videos, there are different instruction manuals to use that brake control as well. This does have cameras on it. When you go into reverse, it will pop up right on the main screen right there. Starting at the front here, you have your TV. This will pull out, and then when that pulls out, you also have this big bunk area right up here, okay? And then this section right here, this will pull out and then fill into this area here. Just kind of keep it out for now. It really encloses the cab there when you're trying to drive. So, but that piece will fill in right there. Looking up, these little circle vents, these are for your AC. So they're all throughout the coach here. And then you do have speakers. That's what's going on right there, and that'll actually play right through this Jensen system. So this Jensen, you have AM, FM, CD, DVD player right through here, and you can see some of the hookups right there. And then next to it, where it says antenna, basically this is a directional antenna. There's nothing to crank up, but if you push this button in, then you can go ahead and just turn the antenna to where you're going to get the best reception for TV channels if you're trying to tune in the TV. And then walking through, dinette, that'll also make into a bed if you need it to. This table will drop down and pull the lever, hydraulic strut in the back, and it will go right on this rail right here on both sides, and then you just fill it in with the cushions. Going around to the sink, this does have the sink covers on it right here. And then on the back side, I forgot to show you that on the outside, but that's actually for trash, and you can empty that from the outside. Microwave is going to be pretty standard, just like what you'd have at home as far as operation of it. The stove top burners right here, and this does have an oven. These three middle are for the burners. So you can go ahead and turn it on. This is a sparker right here. You can see how that gives a spark, just like what would happen on like on a grill. So go ahead and select which one you want, and then hit the sparker to turn it on. This button on the end, that's just for backlighting if you want that. And then this is going to be for your oven setting. It has all the temperatures on it. You have the two bunks right here. There's TVs on each end, and I forgot to show you right up by the dinette here. This is where all the remotes are for the TVs, and I mean, you've got what, 4 TVs inside and then the one outside. So there's quite a bit of a lot of TVs and a lot of remotes with it. And then these will have lights. See that little button in the center there? If you just push that, that'll turn that on and off. There's not really a switch back here, but you can just push that on and off. And then back into the bedroom here, you have the TV, you have all your wardrobe right here, storage up above right here, and then there's a second control panel. So you can control a lot of this stuff from right back here. See how it kind of duplicates what was up in the front. Right here, this is going to be for the for the AC and the heat. That's going to be controlled right back here. You got the temperature that you can set it to. Okay, up, down, sorry, up, down, whatever you want. When it says fan on automatic, just leave it on automatic. What that means is when the AC turns on, the fan's going to turn on. And then from there, you can select if you want a high, medium, low, but just keep it on automatic. Okay, that's the easiest way to do it. I've never really done anything different with mine. And then mode over here, if you want the heat on, right there, again, thermostat, you have the fan, again, high, medium, low. But this we're just going to keep, we're going to keep it on cool for now because it's still pretty warm out. And then furnace right here to turn the furnace on. That's all controlled right there. So you have all your controls for the heating and cooling right back on this panel in the bedroom. Also, next to it, you do have a USB port and then also an outlet right there. So that's in the bedroom here. And into the bathroom, pretty self-explanatory, guys. As far as just the sink, the water, there's no water in it right now, so nothing to show you there. But as far as the shower itself, you have the on and off, and then in the RVs, there's this little switch right here that toggles between turning the water on and off. And the reason for that is there's not a very big hot water heater in RVs. You know, normally it's 6 to 10 gallons. So when you're taking a shower, you just don't want to let it run because you're going to run all your hot water out probably before you finish the shower. So you can go ahead and just use the on-off on the handle there. Then door back out into the living area. There's your AC unit right here. That's running. You have the air going through all the vents here. So we've got our fridge. Next to it right here, we've got, this is just a little pantry. It's a magnet, catches onto that. But this will pull out for storage. And when you bring it in, it just locks into place. Push that down and then close it. As far as the fridge, now these are what they call an RV fridge. It's gas or electric. Turn it on and off right here. And then if you keep it on automatic, what's going to happen is when you're plugged in to power, like at a campsite or your house, it will run off electric. When you unplug it, it will run off of the gas, off the propane. So it's a two-way fridge, gas or electric. Just leave it on auto, and then that way it will switch back and forth. You don't really have to do anything with it. Okay? And then you've got your freezer on the top and then fridge on the bottom here. And then going through just a couple of other things. Just noticing as we're going down here, that safety alert, that is a carbon monoxide and LP detector. So if you hear that going off, carbon monoxide or propane leak is happening, and obviously you want to get out and then figure that out as to what's going on. And then it does have a smoke detector in the main area here. So that's kind of the general overview on it. Joe, if you have questions, feel free to call me. You can reach me on my cell. That number is 231-736-9162. And I appreciate the business and hope you have a lot of great memories with this camper.